I'm thinking back to my earliest school memories. Well, my earliest childhood memories of school are really about lunch and recess. I remember we had seasons for various games we played at recess. One of the most fun was marbles. The marbles had names like Pearlies, Steelies, Jumbos, Crystals, and we would take turns playing or having others play against us. Sometimes we brought a shoebox with little small doors cut out, and the idea was to shoot a marble into one of the doors. Recess was definitely a highlight of the day. But then there was lunch. Every year I got to buy a new lunchbox. I can remember my favorite was a Holly Hobby one, and it had a matching thermos inside. Since I grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where the winters were bitterly cold, I appreciated the hot soup my mom packed for me. She also made me sandwiches, and along with a piece of fruit, there was often a homemade cookie. I still love homemade cookies. So here, I'm going to share a recipe I made for my book, Eat Your U.S. History Homework. And this recipe is actually inspired by a historical recipe for snickerdoodles, and which are kind of like the type of cookie my mom would have made for me when I was a little girl, going to school with my Holly Hobby lunchbox. So I'll show you how to do it, but remember, you should be working with a favorite adult. Keep in mind, you don't have to be perfect. Make sure you have a big space to work with, because it's better to have some room while you're making these cookies. So we're going to start with some butter at room temperature and also some sugar. You're going to mix that up using an electric mixer or a spoon. It's easier and faster if you use an electric mixer. Add a couple eggs, a little bit of honey. Honey again should be at room temperature. Add 2 3/4 cups flour, a teaspoon of baking powder. That will help the cookies rise a little bit. Also a little bit of salt. And once you have these thoroughly mixed, again, I'm using the electric mixer, but you could just use a spoon, just takes a little bit longer. Then you're going to take a little bit of dough at a time, roll them into balls, and dip the balls into a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sugar, roll them all around, and then place them on a cookie sheet. And I also like to take the bottom of a glass, smooth surface of some sort. You could always also use a fork or the bottom of the spoon, and just flatten them slightly. So once you've done that, pop them into the oven, about 8 to 12 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and voila, your cookies are done. You can put them in a Holly Hobby lunchbox, you can put them in a Superman lunchbox, any kind of lunchbox you want, even a paper bag works. Any way you do it, they're going to be delicious. So, hope you enjoyed the cookies, hope you enjoyed some of the ideas about recess games, and I hope to talk to you soon.